This is the Stockwell Roche Show, giving you real-time information you need to make educated decisions about buying and selling in the world-renowned Twin Cities. Now your hosts and real estate experts, Jason Stockwell and Josh Roche.
Non-residents are now subject to Minnesota estate tax. We have a great show for you today, folks. I'm Jason Stockwell with RE/MAX Results.
I'm Jason Light with Envoy Mortgage.
Josh Roche is out today. He is in continuing education still. So good luck to you, Josh, and hopefully you pass. Welcome to the show. We're live we're here every Sunday, 10 a.m. on AM 1280 The Patriot. Today we have with us Robin Hartle as well. How you doing, Robin?
I'm doing well. I'm actually doing continuing ed, but I'm doing it online. So.
Oh, you're online? Yeah. Nice. So everybody check out our YouTube. Robin is incognito today.
I am.
And she looks amazing.
Thank you.
But go to our YouTube under Stockwell Roche Show, or go to our Facebook page, Stockwell Roche Show, and you'll see what Robin's costume is. Halloween has come early for us. No, I'm just kidding.
That's right.
No.
I'm practicing.
You look good. I love it.
Practicing good.
It's the Witness Protection Program look for me today.
It's good. It could actually qualify for that. Your future's so bright is what we want to say. We're giving you hints of what she looks like, so go check it out. We also have a special guest with us. Very honored to have lawyer, attorney in the house, Susie King with Moss Barnett. Moss and Barnett, how you doing, Susie?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Do you prefer attorney, lawyer? Susie?
Either's fine. Yeah. Mrs. King, actually.
Mrs. King?
Susie's
So,
just fine.
Susie's here. She is in the estate department at Moss Barnett with great information. So what prompted this show is I got a newsletter in the mail, very polished, wonderful looking, and also great content from Moss and Barnett that talked about exactly what my wife and I, Katie and I, were talking about now that we just had our third child, is what do we do for an estate plan, or do we even need to do one, and how does it even work? It's so over the heads of us and many, many people, or maybe you out there, people you know out there, and then you think of the question: do I even need one? Do I have to be super rich to have one, or do I get one if I'm just a regular person, if you will? So we'll get into a lot of details on those sorts of things, and it might help you, a family member, a loved one, because you're probably having the same question, especially when you start to have children. Maybe people don't wait like us until our third, but we're there. We're a little late, but we're getting there. So there's great information in there, and we'll go over details on that with Susie. Looking forward to that. But first, Robin and Jason Light, some things, or anything happening, or some stories, or some news with the real estate market locally?
It's still crazy. It's still a really good market. Yep. I've got a lot of buyers out there looking for stuff, and if you look at the market, the inventory's down. And I think sellers are saying, "Well, we're going into fall, we're going into winter. I think I'll wait till spring." But there's so many buyers right now looking for stuff, and I've got to tell my buyers, "Well, nothing new on the market, nothing new on the market." And if you're a seller and you're thinking, "Well, gosh, maybe I might wait till spring," I mean, I would not hesitate putting...
Try it now. If you're ready.
Yeah.
So if you're ready, reach out to us, 651-400-0773, or you can find us on Facebook or YouTube, or email us anytime. We're happy to help. tcrealestatehour.com. And part of the reason for that, maybe, Robin, that there's so few properties is... and people are buying them up and snagging them right away, is RIS Media came out and said 54% of metro areas in the United States are on pace to reach an 8-year high in home sales.
It's crazy.
That's a lot of cities that are reaching 8-year highs in home sales. Great for realtor folks, right?
Yeah.
Great for mortgage folks.
It's keeping us busy.
Because there's a lot going on. But for consumers or buyers that are trying to get something, it could be stressful, frustrating. Reach out to us. We may have some properties that we know of. Everybody that is active in listing and selling homes, especially when you do a lot of them, has certain ones that they know are coming up. And it might be a way to get a sneak peek at one before it goes on and before it's gone. And you got to act quickly.
Well, and that's what I'm doing right now. I mean, because our inventory is so low out there, I'm actually going out there and looking at the stuff pre-MLS, the stuff that the agents know about. We all tell each other ahead of time saying, hey, this is coming up. It's not quite
These
on
sellers
the
are
market
going to be ready in 2 weeks or 3 weeks or something like that.
So
yeah.
I'm really at that point where I'm kind of looking at that stuff.
Robin, are you seeing a lot of multiple offers because the inventory is low?
Yes, I'm still seeing multiple offers. Yeah, well, in certain price ranges. It really depends. I mean, in those lower price ranges, I'm still seeing multiple offers. In the higher price ranges, maybe not as much, but it's starting to creep up there. And the price range, it's starting to get a little bit higher and a
Last
little bit higher.
fall push I'm seeing, and if you're good, your house looks great, it's marketed well, and your price is good, you're going to probably be able to sell it. Yep. The perks of buying in the fall. Also, 2 tips for you. Call us, and we will do your photos at no cost. We will do photos now while things are green now if you are going to wait until spring. Or we may have someone that wants to buy it now. But call us, and we'll set you up with that so you can get free photos, professionally done by a professional photographer that will be ready, free to you, no charge for your spring market, so you don't have to go on in February, March, or April when it's still brown or white. So there's also some perks to buying in the fall. You can enjoy early tax breaks. You can sidestep the multiple bid minefield usually, if you do it right. And this is also from our IS Media. And you can also sometimes get a bigger bang for your buck in the price because the sellers, maybe if they've been on in the summer and didn't sell, might be a time to go after a house that you wanted or are thinking of getting, but it didn't sell over the winter or over the summer, and now they're ready to go. So there are some perks to buying in the fall. Mm-hmm. What's happening in mortgages?
Oh boy,
Jason.
Guess what? The feds didn't move again. So here we are, broken record, kicking the can down the road. The reports.
So you sound like you want them to raise interest rates.
I just want to know what's going to happen because I get asked all the time what's going to happen with interest rates, and I'm the one that says, they're going to go up, they're going to go up, and at some point people are like, you keep saying that. So
you're the broken record.
based off of the reports. But the reality is the economy is good, but it's moderate, is what they're saying. And when you have the global crushes of the number 2 economy, China, it puts them in their tracks. And they're still saying they're going to increase the rates because inflation is not moving. So ultimately, as soon as they make a decision, we're going to see some volatility. But never fear. Interest rates, as it relates to mortgages, should stay low, historic lows, even if that happens. So
they're meeting again in October and December, so they have 2 more chances before the end of the year to raise it a small amount if they do, it sounds like. And again, it's a fine line. If they do it, they don't want to slow things down because it is such a delicate situation.
Yeah, and the biggest impact that we're going to see, we're within a week or so of the TRID change. Big disclosure change in the real estate world. It's for the better. It's going to be good. The big question is who's prepared for it, because
are you?
We are absolutely prepared for it.
Envoy Mortgage is prepared for it. Contact Jason Light for sure about that, because that could. It's like when you get arrested. Not that I ever have, but it can and will affect you. So it can and may affect your closing or delay your closing if you're a buyer or seller after October 3rd, right?
Correct.
If you're not ready, or if you're not working with someone who's ready for it.
Yeah. So in the end, it'll soften out and it'll be consistent, and it's good. I like the changes, but the responsibilities of who's going to be doing what as it relates to compliance, the loan origination softwares, which backs these mortgage companies, all of those things is what's made it complicated. So.
Yeah. So mortgage rates are good. You talked about the economy being good. There has been a record reached. This is from Elliot Eisenberg. He said in November 2007, the number of full-time workers peaked at 121.9 million, and part-time workers were at 24 million. Last month, the number of full-timers hit 122 million, finally surpassing the old record. So that is part of the reason why we're seeing houses being sold right away with interest rates low and people have jobs. So it's
lowest jobless claims too ever. Right?
Yep. So overall, the economy is soft. We're hearing, but also it's good. So it's
good
so they
here.
Should be able to
moderate here. It's just everything overseas is yep.
Yep. Cool. So again, Stockwell Roche Show. I'm Jason Stockwell with Remax Results.
Jason Light with Envoy Mortgage.
Reach out to us anytime if you have questions, and we'll get some update or some background now and update, and we'll get into our topic, which is the changes to the Minnesota estate tax and also all kinds of things we're going to talk about with estate tax planning and preparation, all those things. So again, welcome, Susie.
Thank you.
We're all done with our rants, so we can get in. So Susie King, Moss and Barnett, little background on yourself. Tell us what got you into law and a little bit about yourself.
I'm originally from Nebraska. I went to the University of Kansas and then moved up here to go to law school. I'm come from a family of lawyers, third generation lawyers.
Oh, wow.
So
Nice.
none estate planners. So I kind of fell into this area and have been practicing for 7 years in this area, and it's very interesting, and there's family dynamics galore. So it's been a great area to be involved in.
And so third generation, so basically everybody's a lawyer.
Grandfather, yeah. You pick up quick. Every grandfather was a lawyer, tax attorney. My father was a civil rights attorney, and
Nice.
and now I'm doing estate planning.
So do you have any siblings?
I do. I have 4 siblings. Well, there's 4 of us total. One was an attorney for a little bit, and now she's not any longer. And then my other 2 siblings are furthest from attorneys
Really?
possible. Yep.
That's funny how that works out.
Yeah,
So you're the
that's right.
you're the pinnacle, right? You're the
Yep.
model.
I kept on the straight and narrow.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Holidays must be interesting at their house. Can you
Lawyer-
imagine
with all
all
lawyers?
the lawyer conversations?
Oh, yeah.
Especially because they're not all in one area. They're all in different areas of law.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
quite the mix.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, growing up, it was being interrogated. You did not get much past my father.
Oh,
So
that's good. So you learned a lot. You were well trained.
well trained.
So when you got into school, you did well,
yeah,
I'm sure. So.
yeah, exactly.
And so you're at Moss and Barnett
Yep.
for 7 years now?
Nope, I have been at Moss and Barnett for the past year
Okay.
in their estates and trusts department.
Cool. And the other questions we'll get back to when we get back, because you're in this, or big piece of this article here and the content here that we want to talk about is the changes and if it's right for you. So you can contact Susie if you have any questions. As well, you're free to email you. Is that okay?
Of course.
So Susie, SUSIE .king, KING, at lawmoss.com, LAWMOSS.com. I'm sure there'll be lots of people with questions about their personal situation or their family situation after we get going and diving into this. So I'm Jason Stockwell with RE/MAX Results.
Jason Light with Envoy Mortgage.
Oh, that's so weird hearing that. Not Josh. I'm still expecting Josh. But,
Not Josh.
welcome. We'll be back soon. Thanks for listening.